Well, good morning, everyone, all over the world today. Welcome on Monday, March 4th. It's the first Monday of the month, first Monday of the last month of the first quarter. So many of us work off quarter basis on our goals and business, and I hope everyone is finishing up this first quarter of 2024 with some dynamic growth and just having I see so many new faces joining our team here in the last 2 months. It's been a great first quarter for Africa, for USA, for Canada, through Claudia. I don't see Jillian this morning, but I see a lot of the African faces. Welcome, everyone. If you were here last Monday, we had a great training, and that training will be uploaded very soon to Dave's YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to Dave's YouTube channel, I highly recommend go to his channel. We can put the link here in the chat somewhere. And subscribe. Many of his videos that we do almost all of Mentor Monday videos are uploaded to that channel where you can go back and rewatch them, or if you missed it, you can watch them on replay. And last Monday, Dave did a phenomenal training on our back office, going through our website. And today is continuation of tool training, and he's going to have another dynamic training today. I learned so much last Monday. And gosh, I've been with For Life now for 8 or 9 years, and I still learn some things I did not know, because Dave's an expert on it. So Dave, welcome Dave Daughtry to our Mentor Monday. If you're not familiar with this is every single Monday at this time frame, and we stream it all over the world on Zoom, from Africa to Canada to the United States to Southeast Asia. Many of the South America folks join us on Monday. But Dave, welcome to the first Monday of March. Hope you had a great weekend, and let's kick this off and get this going.
Thank you, J. Michael. As always, I appreciate you being here with us, and it's great to see you. Look forward to seeing you in Utah in April, and at the convention, you and Judy. So that'll be wonderful. We've spent a lot of time together.
We're counting the days. So
nice. So I've been thinking a bit about today's training. We're going to be talking about the app, but during this month, I also have a theme called Building Your Business with Purpose. And that has stuck with me, a lot, because I started talking about that about 2 weeks ago on a Zoom I did, which, by the way, we had like 830 people on that Zoom, and it was in Spanish. And so building a business with purpose, that really will determine the outcome, whether you succeed. Now, obviously, everybody has their own definition of what success is. It could be anything from having an extra couple $100 a month to complete financial independence and generating wealth and residual income for you and your prosperity. But there's a big difference between someone who builds this business with purpose as opposed to somebody who just gets in and takes it as a hobby. I see so many hobbyists that get involved, and not any fault of their own, because most of them come from a background where they might have been in this and been in that and all these different things, and they didn't have any guidance, any direction. Things didn't really line up for them, and they didn't know that. So let's just say that there's a bit of, excuse, this may sound like a negative word, but ignorance, just not knowing. And so it's like somebody got you excited about getting wealthy through some multi-level marketing company, and you got excited without really knowing much about the partnership, who's running that company, who's the upline, is the team active, are the products sustainable? There's just so many factors in generating long-term success. And when we get started, and I was the same way, and when I started at 21, I just saw things on the surface. It's kind of like an iceberg. You kind of see the top out of the water. You don't realize that what's down below is huge. And as time goes on, you start learning more and you become wiser. All right. And how do you become wiser? Experience. That's why I always say someone that's older is wiser, because they've got experience in life. They've been through all kinds of ups and downs and challenges, And so they've learned from those. And this is no different, but it's certainly nice to learn in a place with a company, with people and products and culture, that you're not going to end up finding yourself, out in the darkness on your own, trying to figure it out, all over again, because a company failed you, upline failed you, the team failed you. And so when I started For Life, one of my purposes was to show everybody that I, Dave Daughtry, will not fail you. And I'm not saying that to brag, or through ego. It's because I wanted to prove to people that when you have great company, great products that bring value and change lives, scientifically, clinically proven. All right. You've got great culture. You've got great administration. When you combine all those things, you've got a home. All you have to do now is just focus. All right. And so, building a business with purpose is very broad. So I want to touch on a couple things before we get into the app. The difference between someone with purpose and someone who just treats it as a hobby. Someone with purpose thinks about it on a regular basis. All right. Preferably every day. All right. If you really want to generate, wealth, and you want to build a successful business, and you treat this as a business, well, you're going to think about it regularly. You're going to grow with it. It's not going to be something that, oh yeah, that For Life, you think about it once a week or once a month. Oh yeah, I need to buy my product this month. It's the end of the month. No, that's not purpose. All right. Purpose means that you're thinking about it regularly. And the difference between someone who has purpose and someone who doesn't: involvement. Involvement creates commitment. And I was told that by Jim Rohn. He told me that face to face. All right. When he said to me, I was 22 years old. He said, young man, attend every meeting, every rally, every convention that you can attend. Now, I'll kind of extend that. Every Zoom that you can attend. Now, I understand there's some you just can't make it, but you attend all of them, because some of them will be life-changing. You'll learn something will click, something will help you become better, become more, that you heard or learned on that particular Zoom or event or meeting, whatever it is. So you attend them all, because involvement creates commitment. So that's the difference between somebody with purpose and someone who just treats this as a hobby, because they're not as committed. All right. And I also say this: declare yourself. All right. There is nothing wrong. And declaring yourself, again, is not doing something that may seem, arrogant, where it's like, I'm going to become this huge, wealthy network marketer and build a worldwide. That's fine. That's ambition. There's nothing wrong with ambition. All right. But what I mean by declaring yourself: when you show up, when you're willing to do things that other people are not willing to do. I'll give you an example. Maybe you're at an event and you like to stand up and share a testimony, or you'd like to, share a product with people, product training or pay plan or whatever. Do it. Don't be afraid. Obviously, whoever's hosting the event, tell them, say, look, I'd like to participate today. I'd like to just share 10 minutes on a particular product or on a particular experience. When you do things like that, you get more comfortable. I remember when I did my very first live meeting in a hotel, back in my early 20s, I was so scared. I thought I was going to pee my pants. I was so scared. Seriously. I was shaking. I was trembling. There was a lot of people in the room watching, and the presenter didn't show up. And the reason I'm just saying this is because, again, when you do something with purpose, you embrace change. All right. That is the one thing in this business. Over 43 years now I've been doing this. 43 years I've witnessed changes in people that, to me, are just amazing. People that you never would have seen them when you met them as a top leader, becoming multimillionaires, now changing lives of others. All right. And I've got to witness in For Life the changes of these people because they embraced change. They adapted to change. All right. They let this business mold them, help them become greater and better by developing their skills, social skills, leadership skills, overcoming fear, patience, all those things. They allowed that to happen. If you don't allow that to happen, if you don't allow yourself to go through these changes of development and growth, you're going to stay at the same place all the time. You are not going to become that great independent networker that now is training others and teaching others and learning how to work, together as a team. There's just so many things. I can go on and on and on. But again, purpose. When you do something with purpose, everything changes. That's what I hope that every one of us learns to do, on a regular basis. And then you start impacting the lives of others. And it gets very rewarding. To me, that's the most rewarding thing now in this business. It's not what I, Dave Daughtry, or me and Gabby and our family have achieved. It's what we've seen others achieve in changing their lives. So having said that, now let's get into the tool. We're going to get into the app. All right. And excuse me, I actually need to clean my glasses. Keep my glass cleaner, keep my handy glass cleaner right up above me here. And I don't like it when my glasses have a smudge on them. So give me 1 second, you guys, because I need my glasses to either that or I need a whole bottle of Vista. There we go. Okay. So let me open up the app. We're going to get into the For Life app. Before I get into it, though, and share it, let me say this. When I joined For Life, there was no app. There was no website. E-commerce didn't really even exist. It was just getting started. All right. You guys might remember the .com craze, And so I've witnessed now over the course of I'm in my 26th year with For Life, all these changes that For Life has gone through to adapt and to grow. And networking, when I started back in 1981, it was really just two main ways, and one was cheaper than the other. All right. Not cheaper in value. It just didn't cost as much. The telephone cost a lot of money. For me to call just across California, from Los Angeles to San Diego, which is only a 90-minute drive, it was long distance. So I had to pay. Then if I had to call somebody in another state, like I'm in California, I'm calling Texas, calling J. Michael, that one phone call could cost me $30, $40, $50. So you had to really think a lot when you're making phone calls, and let alone international phone calls. But I remember when I got a phone bill back in the early days of $1,000, I thought I was going to choke to death. I couldn't believe it. So it was expensive. So the less expensive way to network, you call someone up locally. Let's meet at the local cafe. It was called Denny's. Denny's was my favorite office. All right. You go to Denny's, and they're all over the United States, these Denny's, they're like little breakfast houses. And you sit there, and if you just order, even a cup of water, but order, a soda or something, you can sit there and do what we call a napkin presentation. And that was just simply writing down on paper the plan. Well, yeah, it took a long time to build the business, but you know what I found? You could be very successful at it because you develop skills. You see, you develop skills that you don't really develop necessarily by trying to do everything online. All right. Now, having said that, the flip side of the coin, there is a place for doing things virtually. Online meetings like this, Zoom. All right. It's the only way. I cannot teleport myself to Kenya or Texas or Canada. All right. But we can all connect through a camera. All right. Same thing with the app. All right. You can now send information to people using the app. So all this technology, what it's helped us do is broaden your horizons. All right. It's basically you're able to now reach out to many people for no cost, really. I mean, really no cost to send a link to someone through WhatsApp, Messenger, Skype, if you use Skype. I don't even use Skype anymore. All right. To do Zooms and things like that. So the point is this: today, you have more tools in your toolbox than I had when I started back in 1981. But having said that, understand the number one tool, and this would be a kind of an interesting one. I don't know what the number one tool is for a carpenter, if you're building a house. And maybe it could be said this: the number one tool could even apply this in carpentry. The number one tool is your skill of understanding how to build the house. The same thing here. The number one tool is you. People buy you first. When you share something with them, okay, great. However you initiate it, I call it first exposure. First exposure can come from sending a link, which I'll show you in just a minute. First exposure can come from making a phone call. First exposure can come, you're face to face and you happen to be sitting on a bus next to someone and you start talking to them and you're going to expose them to For Life. All right, and expose them, to transfer factor. Like I had a doctor on last week from Bangladesh, medical doctor. He got on and I was really impressed that he actually got on to want to learn more. But the person who exposed him to transfer factor said a lot of over the top things about it, just like way over the top. All right. I mean, something like transfer factor, will give you, it'll grow you a new limb if your arm's been amputated. It's like, I was surprised at the things but the doctor said, I was curious enough to want to know more. So first exposure, all right, people will buy you first. Okay. So we've talked a lot about your social skills. We've talked a lot about, when you're talking to people, it's on the phone, live, how to present to them, how to share, knowing what you're going to talk about. Maybe you're going to talk about product because you tell them you're in the health and wellness business. I don't use nutrition, by the way, you guys. I don't say I'm in the nutrition business. I honestly don't like that word. I'm in the health and wellness business. People want health and wellness. Nutrition, kind of, you limit yourself. So health and wellness. Well, people tend to ask me if I have a product that's good for XYZ. We'll talk about product. I tell people I have a home-based business. I work right from home. Well, people want to know a bit about making money. So the direction I go depends on my audience. Okay. So using the app that we're going to get into right now, really, I look at it kind of like two ways. One, somebody, all right, and you have just talked to them, and you're going to share with them a bit about your business. Okay, that's number one, warm market. Number two, you just talked to somebody cold, and you discussed maybe the products. You're going to send them a catalog now because they want to see what products you have. Or maybe you talked about making some extra money, and now they want to see a little bit about how money is made. You're going to send them a video maybe, or the 8 different ways you can make money in For Life. Okay. So what you share with people really depends on how you initiated first exposure. Okay. I don't like to just overwhelm people with, 10 different videos and product profiles, and it's overwhelming. I usually try to limit my content that I'm sending to people to 2, maybe 3 items, and then build upon that. All right. Answer questions. Be prepared to answer questions. Remember, knowledge creates confidence. Confidence creates action. Action creates results. It begins with knowledge. So use this app to take the time to learn. It's a great educator. All right. So let me open up the app here. Let me share it. First thing we're going to do is go through setting up your shop. Okay. Excuse me. Actually, Jay Michael, I think you're the host. Somebody has to make me co-host on my cell phone so I can share. Let me go back here. Still says only the host can share in this meeting. Let me try now. Yep. I believe you're the host, right, J. Michael? Yes. So it would be my cell phone you have to make as co-host.
You should be okay now. Try it.
Okay, share. There we go. Share screen. Start broadcast. Okay. So let's move along here. You should all be able to see my screen now.
You
So
can.
let me open the app. For those of you that don't know the app, it's called For Life Business. It's an Android, iPhone. When you download the app, you will need to enter your For Life ID number, okay? ID number and your password. You generated your password when you signed up. So hopefully you remember your password. If you don't, you can always put forgot password and you'll get an email. Hopefully you entered an email when you signed up. All right. I'm not sure if For Life forces you to have an email to sign up. They probably don't. But if you don't have an email and you forgot your password, then you're going to have to contact For Life and give them an email. But anyhow, the point is this. You have to do that because everything you do in this app pertains to you. You send a link to somebody, that link is connected to you. Whatever that person does, you're the one that will get credit for it because you sent the link, even to the point where it puts a cookie. You don't know what cookies are. So if they ever go back to For Life, your website will come up. All right. Because you're the one that made initial contact with them. So if it's a link, if it's a profile, whatever you send to somebody, this app remembers it. That's wonderful for follow-up. It helps you follow up. So let's first go through how to set it up, okay? When you open up the app, you do have a dashboard right here. And this dashboard, basically you can even control how you want this dashboard. You've got all kinds of icons. If the icons are grayed out, they don't do anything. They're just for information purposes. But if you have, like you can see along the top there, there's different icons, reports, shop, contacts, all right? You even have a filter here where you can filter your top screen. What do you want your screen to show? You can take something like your account balance, downline, order history, and you can drag it to the top. You can move it around. I have, like builder bonus, target rank. Let's put target rank at the top. All right. Leaderboards. All right. So you can organize your home screen so that it is however you want it to look. Okay. On the top, you've got the news. You can scroll through the news. This is great to get information on what's going on in For Life. All right. Now, the area that you're going to go to the most is going to be in the upper right corner where you see the 3 lines. Those 3 lines, that's your dashboard. Your dashboard is where you're always going to go to get to anywhere within the app. So let's open the dashboard. There you go. Okay, there's your dashboard. Now on your dashboard, you have a lot of options. You've got the home screen, takes you right back to home. You've got order history, my shop, your account, reports, shop, loyalty, sharing center, contacts, alerts, events and recognition, achievements, action list, time capsule, media library, healthy for life assessment, and sign up. Some of those you will use all the time. Some of those you will use rarely. Okay. Now, another area that's important to know is when you're in your dashboard, at the very bottom of the dashboard, you're going to have that arrow down there. See those icons down at the bottom where that little arrow pointing up is? There's a sub dashboard, if you will, or a sub area. If I click that arrow, see what it does? It opens up that little area right there. And there you've got some resources. You've got country, to me, the most important, and you can even clear your data. You can clear local data. And I do that all the time because I sign in sometimes as Gabby or one of my kids. I know their passwords. So if I clear local data, it's just going to wipe out, my ID number and password, and I'm going to have to re-sign in, and I can use somebody else's ID number and password when I do that. Okay. Well, the country, that's an area you will use a lot. So if you're ever curious to see where 4Life operates, where does 4Life, because people call me all the time, say, Dave, is 4Life in Portugal? Dave, is 4Life in Japan? Is 4Life in Korea? Well, you don't have to call me. Open your app, open up the dashboard. You can click on the sub dashboard. Now, another area you can click right here without opening the sub dashboard. You see the little globe icon on the left down there? If you click on that, that also will open up select country. Okay, let me close it. I'll open it again. The little globe down at the bottom looks like a little world. Click on that, select country. That's one way to do it. The other way is to open up the sub dashboard, click on the flag. When you do that, either way, this is what opens up. These are all the countries where 4Life will administrate your business. What do I mean by administrate? They will ship the products. They will pay the commissions. They've got employees that are responsible for these markets to help you. Okay, you've got United States. You've got Estados Unidos, which is United States in Spanish. You've got United States in Japanese, and you've got United States in Korean. All right, that's because there's a lot of Japanese and Korean as well that do business in the US. So it would be like saying we got United States Swahili if we had, hundreds of thousands of Kenyans over here doing business and they use Swahili. So you got Bolivia, Brazil. Now let's talk about USNFR. You notice there's no Canada here. Now I know that there's a lot of people around the world that have contacts in Canada. So if you have someone in Canada, use USNFR. What does NFR mean? Not for resell. That means that they're in Canada, they're not going to, and nobody really does this anyways. They can't buy, 2,000 life points of product and go out and sell it on the streets. Okay. They buy for their personal use. All right. It's not for resale, it's for personal. And that's what everybody does in 4Life anyways. They buy their own life points to use the products. And then you get other people to do the same. Everybody buys under their own ID number. So if you have somebody you're going to sign up in Canada, or you're going to have product shipped to someone in Canada, use USNFR. Okay. You've got Chile, Colombia NFR. Okay. Now, what does that mean? If you have someone in Colombia that wants to buy some products that are not registered in Colombia, they can do it. All right. Colombia is one of the markets that 4Life allows them to buy any 4Life product, and it can be shipped on over to Colombia. No problem. Costa Rica, Ecuador NFR. Same thing. I talked to one of my bronzes in Ecuador. I'm going to be down there in Ecuador in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, doing an event down there with 3 other platinums. No, four other platinums. There'll be 5 platinums. But I talked to Gloria Mora, and she said she was taking her gold factor. And I said, gold factor, is it registered in Ecuador? And she goes, no, NFR. This means that she buys it in the US and has it sent down there. Totally fine. Oceania, South Pacific, got Papua New Guinea, New Zealand. Let's open up Eurasia. Eurasia, you've got everything from Kazakhstan, you got Mongolia, you got Uzbekistan, Ukraine, all right, Russia, Asia, India, Indonesia, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Greater China, all right? So all those markets are open. And of course, when you click Europe, you've got a ton of European markets. You guys, you can do business in any one of these countries. So when you're talking to your people, make sure that they know. Ask them, do you know anybody in the United States? Do you know anybody in Canada? Do you know anybody in Europe? Do you know anybody in Asia? I mean, network, all right? You want to build a global business. So for now, we're going to stay in the United States, okay? We go back. You can always click that back arrow in the upper right, and that'll take you back to your home screen. So again, dashboard, all right? Just so you know what those other icons are on the bottom, if you click the one on the bottom right, this one here, that's going to be a media library, okay? That opens up kind of like a plethora of information. And I never go to it that way, honestly. Hopefully it'll load up here. Should load up much quicker than, let me try going the other way. Dashboard at the bottom right, see it says media library. That's where I usually click on media library. And it's frustrating when it takes a minute to load, but it should be loading. Certainly, there we go. Here we go. Okay. Usually once it loads, maybe I've had to update the app because they're constantly working on the app, just so you know, constantly. So when it's updated, you want to update it. And it might take a minute to reload, but usually once it loads, you're fine after that. Okay, so this is the media library. So, but before I get into the library, let's get back to the dashboard. I want to talk about getting your shop set up today. To me, that's very important, all right? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to account, all right? Click on account. There's your information right there, okay? You can even see your sponsor. My sponsor is Mark Wayne Inc. Mark has not worked the business in over 20-something years. We'll get into that some other day. It's got your birthday, your affiliate ID number, your password. You can change your password. So this right here is where you can see all of your information. If you want to know who your sponsor is and so forth, it's all there, okay? At the very bottom, you see those other icons. One looks like a credit card. That is going to be your account balance, all right? Or your account information. So click on that. There's your for life account balance. Now, in the United States, you don't do this in Africa. Africa is an emerging market, all right? So it's got your account balance, your bank information, Foundation for Life contribution, transfer report on any funds you've transferred, all right? So that's just so if you're going to train somebody over in the US or whatever, you understand this, okay? So your account information is all right there. You can see my balance is 0. Although I was pleasantly surprised yesterday that over the weekend I transferred like $13,000 that appeared in my account and haven't gotten paid yet. So that was a pleasant surprise. It's an added bonus that you get as a platinum. So let me go back, dashboard again. So you see where account is on the second row. Let's go over to my shop. It's on the very top row on the left side. Click on my shop. Now, my shop, this is probably the most important area when it comes to using globalization. In other words, reaching out to people in foreign markets and sending them links, all right? Having them buy product from you, signing up, all right? You'll do it through my shop, all right? Or through the sharing center. So at the bottom here, if you look at the bottom, you can see 4 icons, very bottom. One is a heart. By default, that's usually where, when you open up my shop, the area that opens up is favorites. Now, you might open your my shop and you don't have any favorites yet. That's because you've not created any favorites. All right. I've got some favorites. You know, I've got, looks like I created one. I just put favorites there. Transform, glutamine prime. I did one for the immune system for the UK. I've not added products to that one. So this is just training I did when I was showing people. All right. I probably can go back and delete a lot of those. But at the very bottom again, the heart is going to be your favorites. Next to the heart, you've got a little icon, looks like a box pointing up. Now, this is an iPhone. Android, I assume it's the same icon, but it's in the same place. That's your sharing icon. So if I click on that gray icon on the bottom with the box with the arrow pointing up, if I click on that, all right, that's going to open up the sharing center for sharing, all right? So if I want to share my shop with somebody, I want to send them my entire shop, I can do that. There's another share icon right there in my shop, okay? So if I clicked on that icon, how am I going to share it? the beauty about this is you got so many options. I'm going to be sharing the entire catalog, my entire shop, through message, mail, WhatsApp, all kinds of ways that you can share it. All right. So let's just go to WhatsApp. If I go to WhatsApp, now I got people that pop up here. I can share it with anybody. I got Moheen right here. He's in Bangladesh. But let's just say that I want to share it, with Tricia. Tric. There's Tricia. And if I click on next and send, you can put a message in there as well saying, hey, Tricia, check out the link. I just like sending the link, and then I'll send a separate WhatsApp message to her saying, look, the link I just sent you is my shop. So Tricia now has access to my shop. But keep in mind, I am working in the United States. Remember, if I go back to the dashboard, open up the sub dashboard, I'm in the US. All right. Let me go back here again. Sub dashboard, see the flag? So Tricia now, if she wanted to buy product, it would have to be shipped in the US. If she tried buying it and paying in shillings in Kenya, it won't work. I just sent her my shop for the US. Let's assume Tricia lived in the UK. I could change this, and I can go down to Europe, and I can go to the United Kingdom. The very bottom, there it is. My app now has switched over to another country. Why is that important? Because everything is in euros, number one. Number two, not every product is available in Europe that's available in the US, but you want the person in the UK to see everything that pertains to them. So now if I did the very same thing, if I went to the dashboard and I went to my shop, all right, and I clicked on that icon on the bottom, the gray icon that says share, if I click on that, now I would be sending my shop. Again, I clicked on the share icon under my shop shopping. All right. I send that over to Tricia. Tricia, I'm curious. Unmute yourself if you don't mind. I sent you that. If you open up that one, does that show the UK shop in euros? If Tricia can open it, is Tricia still with us? Hey, Jim Michael, are you still with us?
Yes.
Let me send it to you. Let me send it to you real quick. I'm in the UK. I'm just curious to make sure. Okay, WhatsApp. J. You got WhatsApp. Okay, I can just text you. I don't have to do. Let's do text. Text. Hey, Michael. Okay, you should have gotten a text. Open that up. I'm curious to know if you got a catalog that pertains to the UK.
It's opening. Let's see here. Yes, United Kingdom.
There you go. So I just sent.
In fact, it gives you at the very top, notice you may be viewing United Kingdom from a different country to get the best experience. So it actually highlights and lets you know, it asks you if you're at the right place you want to be.
Nice. Because I'm sure that's an area where a lot of people might have gotten confused, thinking that, well, I sent the wrong catalog, or the person that opened it, they're thinking they got the wrong catalog. They open it, they're in the wrong country. So at least there's a notification letting you know which country you're actually looking at, the catalog. It's no different than if you try buying something, on the internet. They want to know what country you're in. All right. So here you can send a catalog, in Japanese, in Thai, in Korean, in English, in Spanish, in Portuguese, in German. Just select the country that you're working in. Isn't that awesome? If they're in Germany, send them the one for Germany, and it'll be in German, right? So there you go. So let's go back here. I'm going to click the back arrow that will take me to the home screen. Click on the dashboard. We're going to go back in my shop. Okay, we've talked about favorites. Okay, I'll create a favorite in just a minute. We've got the share icon, which takes you to the sharing center. Then you got this box right here. If you click on that box on the bottom, that is basically going to tell you any orders that have happened in your shop, all right, over the last 60 days. All right. As you can tell, I'm not very active in my shop, you guys. All right. That doesn't mean that you can't be, okay? Because look, I've got hundreds of thousands of active distributors around the world. 99% of my time, 99.9% is working with my distributors. I've got a huge network, you see. But if I didn't, and I was just starting my business, this page would be full. I'd be sending links all over to people, all over the place, getting them to either buy my products or sign up. Okay. So let me go back here. Actually, I don't need to go back. Now, here's what's important. Very important, you guys. We're in my order section. It doesn't matter what section you go to. At the bottom, you always see those icons, those 4 icons in your shop. The one on the far right looks like a little gear, like a little wheel, almost looks like a little flower if you want. That is your settings. You've got to set your shop up. All right. So let me click on that. Here's where you're going to set it up. All right. You're going to put your picture in there. There's my picture from high school. All right. You're going to put in your email, your phone number. You can even allow it to show your rank if you want. Now, if you want to change your display information, you click on where it says edit display information. Very user friendly. Okay. You can see above my picture, it says right there is a link. You can see the link. If you click on that, you can send that to somebody. But isn't it interesting? Take a look at what it says. United Kingdom. Because I'm working in the United Kingdom. Watch what happens if I change my country. Let's just for fun go back and change it back to US. Now I'm back in the US. Now let me go to my shop, click on the gear. Look what it says now. forlife.com, Dave D contact. All right. The link just changed because I'm in the US. So you can click that link and it will copy it. All right. So if I click on that link there, okay. Let me go back here. There's all of my information, actually. I thought it would have you probably have to just hold your finger down on it to copy it. Let me go back to my shop, back to the gear. Okay. So you can copy that link right there, forlife.com, Dave D contact, and I can put that link anywhere. That's one way of sharing it. There's a lot of different ways. All right. Edit display information. That's where you're going to set your shop up. So let's click on edit display information. Go get a photo of yourself. Get a nice photo. Put it in there. You click on the little pencil on the right. That's if you want to change your photo. Okay. Then below that, you've got your custom link. I've got Dave D. Okay. If you do not put your custom link in there, and it has to be approved by For Life. You can't say something like, transfer factor. They won't approve it. It's got to be something that pertains to you personally. Your business name, your personal name. And that's nice because you'll always remember that. I can always tell somebody, go to forlife.com, Dave D, /Dave D. That's going to be me. Always. That's my link. Okay. I didn't want to put Dave Daughtry because people say, how do you spell Daughtry? All right. Dave D is easy. All right. I probably should have tried going with just Dave. I did it long enough ago. I might have gotten that, but there's a lot of Daves out there now, so I'm sure it's taken. Your display name, Dave Daughtry. Okay. You've got your email, your telephone, and your rank if you want to show your rank. Okay. But this is where you set it up. All right. So go in there, set it up. All right. Put your picture in there, set your personal link up, put your email, your telephone number so that people can contact you when you send them your digital calling card. All right. I'll show you the digital calling card in just a minute. So let me go back now. Okay. We're back into my shop. Below the edit display information, allow sign up. A lot of people get confused with that. What does that mean? When you send a link to somebody from your shop, you can elect or select if you want that person to have the ability to sign up in your business. Some people don't like multi-level marketing. So if they see that they can sign up, they might say, what is this? You're trying to get me into some scam or something? There's just some people like that. If you think that that person wants to know nothing about signing up, or let's say that you don't want to sign them up because you know they're just a customer and you would rather have them buy off your website, which means you have to service them. If they sign up, they get their own ID number. All right. With their own ID number, they'll be buying product on their own. You'll get 2%, all right, on your front line. If they're not going to build anything, there's no intention to ever build anything, and you don't need, an enrollee to sign somebody up to qualify as a bronze or a presidential or something, then just go ahead and have them buy from your shop. But keep in mind, you're going to be servicing them. The only place they can buy product is from a 4Life shop. They do not have their own ID number. So if you turn that off, where it says sign up is allowed on your My Shop, if you turn that off, I'll turn mine off. Just touch it. It's now off. It's asking, am I sure I want to disable sign up? Never mind. I like mine to be on. Why? Well, even though I get 25% when they buy from my shop, and they can still buy from my shop. I don't want you guys to misunderstand. This just gives them the ability that when they open whatever I send them in my shop, they can sign up if they want to. I can turn that off so they cannot sign up. Even if they want to, they can't do it. All right. That's up to you. Now, you can also turn off sign up message in cart. If you turn that one off, do you notice the top one does not turn off? What does that mean? It gives them the option when they're checking out. Hey, you can sign up if you want to. Now, that's one that you might want to leave off if you want. I keep mine on. So in other words, they have the ability to sign up, and it will ask them if they want to sign up when they're checking out. Say, hey, sign up, get your own ID number if you want. I leave mine on personally. All right. So you can turn it on or off anytime you want. Okay. So if you're working with people that you just want to be customers, nothing else, turn it off. All right. Send them links, but remember to turn it back on if you're in the business of signing people up. Okay. Now we're talking again as you're sending links around the world to people. All right. There's your information, your ID number and so forth, and your My Shop status. All right. You can actually turn your entire shop off. So let's say that you're out of business today. You're out of business. You want your shop off. Click on that, and your entire shop is turned off. Why you want to do that? I don't know. I'd never do it. All right. Can somebody confirm? I just saw that we got if there's a physical store shop out of Nairobi, Kenya. Well, yes, there is a physical location in Nairobi. You talk to the person who invited you on this call, and they can certainly tell you it's on Wabera Street, I believe, in downtown Nairobi. Okay, so again, those 4 icons on the bottom. All right, where are we? We went to the dashboard. We go back to the beginning. Open up your dashboard. Open up My Shop in the upper right. All right, and at the bottom, you got those icons. We went to the settings icon. Get your shop set up, you guys. All right, click on edit display information. Once you're set up, you're good to go. Okay, now let's go back to the favorites. That's on the left, very bottom. On the left, click on the heart. There's favorites. Let's say that you've got a person that lives in, let's just say the United States for now. Okay, click on the plus. See that orange plus at the bottom right? When you click on that, that will set up a new favorite list. Okay, you're going to create a favorite list. You will select the products in this list. Now, you can even do it with a person's name. Let's just say you just talked to Joe, and Joe has a heart condition, and you feel Joe needs cardio. It's available in the United States. All products are available in the United States. So you want Joe to have a cardio at Transfer Factor Plus, and let's say glutamine prime. All right. Or let's say Right Start. All right. 3 items: Right Start, men, Transfer Factor Plus, and cardio. Okay. So you're going to take this list name and you're going to call it Joe. This is specifically going to go to Joe. So all he has to do is open it up and make the purchase. He doesn't even have to select any items. You're doing it for him. Okay. Now, see where it says right there? Select products. Let me click done here. Select products available in the United States. 4Life added that. I love this because let's say that Joe lives in Portugal. You can click on this and select any country. You can create this list for any country. Well, Joe lives in the US, so let's keep it United States. Now you see where it says there? This list will only be shareable for someone in the country selected above. So 4Life has done a really good job of making this kind of dodo proof, because in the past people would get confused. They forget, oh, I sent a list that only works in Japan and I sent it to somebody in London. It's not going to work. So make sure that if Joe is in the UK, you select UK, where it says select products available in, change that to UK, but we're doing US, okay? So now we're going to go add products. Click on add products. Now you're going to see the entire product catalog of what's available in the United States. Up at the top, you've got different categories. You got transfer factor, you've got aqua. I don't even know all those icons, you guys, by heart. So what I usually do is I use the search bar. All right. I hit the search bar and I can put in RITE, Right Start. Now you see there's a heart right there in the Right Start men. Just tap that heart and that will put it into your favorites list. Boom. That one's done. All right. It should have been done. Maybe let me make sure it went in there. There it goes. Okay. That one. You can see it flying down there. Okay. Look at the bottom. You see in the orange, there's my favorites list. There's one item in there now. Okay. Let's go to the next one. We're talking cardio, CARD. There it is right there. Okay. Let me click on that one. Boom. That one flew down. Now there's two down there. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to plus, PLUS, transfer factor plus. Boom. Now there's three. There's my list. Now if I click down on that orange down at the very bottom, right, the orange tab that's got the heart with the number 3 items in it, click on that. Now it's telling me free shipping on orders of $100 or more in the United States, right? Well, this one is $200. They're getting a Right Start, cardio, and transfer factor plus. Now click done. Okay. I now have a favorites list called Joe. All right. Now, just for fun, we're going to pretend that the J in J. Michael Smith stands for Joe. All right. So, Joe Michael, I'm going to send you this list and you're going to get it. If you don't mind, just tell us what you get when you open it up. All right. I'm going to click the icon, a little circle right under Joe. You see the 3 items. The share icon is a box with the arrow pointing up. I can share a QR code as well. I don't work with QR codes as much as Gabby does. I just share like this. Okay. Now, see what it says? Shop link, sign up link. I have the ability to allow Joe to sign up if I want to. If I turn that off, there will be no sign up link. In this case, I'm just going to send Joe the shop link. Okay. But he still, when he checks out, he'll have the ability to sign up because I turn that on. All right. So let me click the shop link and I'm going to text it to Joe Michael. All right. He got it. That's how simple it is, you guys. You can be doing this. I've got a guy in Brazil that went presidential diamond. He did it in 60 days. Never left his house. Never left his house. He did it just by sending links all day long and then talking on the phone to people. He signed up people in Bolivia. He lives in Brazil, so a lot of people in South America. In Brazil, in Bolivia, got a couple, I think, in Peru, got some in the United States, in Boston, just by doing this. Okay, Jim Michael, did you get it?
I got it.
And when you open it up,
It just, everything that you set up It's got your picture at the top, so I know it's from you, Dave. Save 20% or more. Right Start Men, and you can scroll through the three items, and at the very bottom it says Add to Cart. So I can choose all three just like it is, or I can choose one of them if I want. But I'm going to choose all three. Add to Cart, and join as a preferred customer and save up 25%. So it gives me that option at the end of the cart.
I could have turned that off, of course, and you would not have that option.
Exactly. And then at the very, very bottom, it says check out. And I check out and enter my information where I want to ship it, enter my payment, and it's on my way.
There you go.
On the way to me. So,
Easy peasy, easy peasy, very simple. All right. So you guys, I'm telling you, networking today, we live in a world that like it's a fantasy to network like this. Now, keep in mind, there's no substitute for live meetings, live events, but that's locally. You can't transport yourself to the UK. All right. You got to get on a plane. It costs a lot of money. Use the app. All right. So we've gone through My Shop, how to set up your shop. At the bottom, how to share. So let me real quick do a quick review. We're in favorites at the very bottom. Always remember, let me go back to the beginning. Homepage, you open up your app. Dashboard, 3 lines on the top. There's all your options. My Shop is very on the top on the right. Now, at the bottom, you've got 4 icons. Your favorites list, the sharing center, which is the box or the arrow pointing up, your orders, which is the other box, all right, that's like a shipping box, and the gear, which is your settings. Go to settings, get your shop set up with your email, your phone number, your picture, put your link in there, your personal link. It takes about a day, sometimes less, for the company to approve it. Once you have your personal link, you can copy it, send it to people. But at the bottom there, that's everything that pertains to your shop. Then start adding favorites. Okay, let's add another one real quick. Click on that orange plus, and this time we're going to do one for just for fun. Let's pick Canada, US NFR. Okay, this is going to be for Canada, and I'm going to go like this. I'm going to say I have got a wonderful prospect in Canada and Claudia. So I'm going to put Claudia. Okay, and I'm going to put Canada. And the reason I did that is because I might not remember that US NFR is Canada, Claudia, Canada. All right. And start adding products. Well, Claudia is interested in transforming. She loves to work out. So I'm going to put in here Pro, as in Pro TF. Renuvo. Let's add Renuvo. Okay. Let's go down to Pro TF Protein. Give her a vanilla protein. She gets one of those. Let's go down here and put in burn. All right. I'm just going to type in burn, B-U-R. Oh, maybe burn's not available. If it's not available, it probably won't show up. Look at that. Claudia, is burn not available in Canada because some ingredient? I don't know if Claudia's with us still. Let's go with Rio Vita. R-I-O. Rio Vita. Give her a bottle of Rio Vita. Okay. That should do it. All right. So there we go. 3 items in there. Ready to go. All right. Click on done. And I now have a favorite. It's called Claudia Canada. I can send. Now you can always get rid of these, you guys, if you want. Okay. You can delete your favorites if you would like to delete some of these. All right. And I believe you do that by clicking there. Exactly. You see, if you look at Claudia Canada, on the left, it shows the flag. And that can be a bit confusing because it's got a US flag. And that's probably why it's a good thing I put Claudia Canada in there, because it's actually US NFR. We discussed NFR, not for resale. That's only thing for Canada. US NFR really is, and the company can't, you might say, well, why don't they put Canada? Because technically they can't, because 4Life does not have an office in Canada. But Canadians can buy from the United States because we're their neighbor under NFR. 4Life does everything legally. They don't do anything underhandedly, all right, under the table. That's why it's got a US flag. It's US NFR. So if you're going to do Canada, put Canada in the name of your favorites list. You see to the right, of Claudia, Canada, there's a little arrow. See that arrow pointing? It's just pointing off to the side. Touch that. It will open up, okay, that favorites. You've got the products in there. You can even add another product to it. It tells you the life points, what they pay. All right, $151. You earn 25%. There's what you earn. They save $40 because they're buying it at wholesale. If you look at the upper, right up by the dashboard, 3 lines, there's a delete icon. Touch that. It's going to ask you, do you want to delete it? Yes. Claudia, Canada is gone. Let's delete Joe Michael. All right. Whoops. Click on the arrow there and delete. Yes. Okay. So you can go through and you can, if you're doing it for people, after you do it, you have to decide if you want to keep that favorites. You don't want to have 1,000 favorites in there, so keep your favorites list clean. Okay. So there you go, guys. There's my shop. All right. Let's go through. We're already 7 minutes after the hour, but I want to go through real quick a couple other items here. The sharing center that we just saw in my shop. Remember, we were in my shop at the very bottom, that box with the arrow pointing up. When I clicked on that, that took me to the sharing center. You can share my shop, all right? You could brand ambassador. You've got healthy for life assessment and signing up. That's one way to get to the sharing center, through my shop. The other way is if you click on the 3 lines, there's your dashboard. Look right in the middle. It says sharing center. Click on sharing center. It goes to the same place. So there's multiple ways to get to a different place, all right, in here. So the sharing center, that's really important. You can share your My Shop. Now, if you look at the right where it says My Shop, again, you've got those icons. One's a QR code. One is the box with the arrow pointing up. If you look at the arrow on the right, okay, that's going to open up your My Shop. Okay, let's go to the one below that, brand ambassador. I see JT put a text. I think that's to someone else. Brand ambassador. What's brand ambassador? I don't use brand ambassador, you guys. Although, having said that, I think I might be signing up a brand ambassador here shortly. She's got a lot of, she influences and administrates a lot of groups for women of color. Black lives luxury, black women in luxury, all these groups in Instagram. They've got like 300 to 1 million people in them. And she loves the aqua. So I may be having a brand ambassador signing up here in the next day or two. Just got some aqua kits. So anyhow, brand ambassador. If you want to share that link, you can do that. Or if you open up the right, you can open it up. That arrow on the right, I just clicked on, just so you know. You're trying to view a My Shop page. Please log out in order to view this website. Okay, I'm not going to do that. There's brand ambassador. That's sending a brand ambassador link to someone. Let me get out of that. Okay. I don't work with brand ambassadors personally. You can play with it if you want. What's the difference, if you want to know, between a brand ambassador and someone who just signs up? Brand ambassadors cannot sponsor anybody. They can only sell products. All right. If you're a networker, you can build a network. Brand ambassadors they get involved just to put posts. They want to put posts on their YouTube, Instagram. You can do the same thing as a distributor. All right. But brand ambassadors don't have to qualify either. They don't have to buy 100 life points. They just represent the company as a brand ambassador. They don't have to make any purchase whatsoever. They can never even use a 4Life product, yet they can join as a brand ambassador, and they can now sign people up and make a bunch of money, and they never even bought or tried a 4Life product. Possible, because they don't have to buy a product. They just sell product as a brand ambassador. That's the way the brand ambassador program works. Personally, I'm about building a network. That's just me, building a residual income. 4Life assessment. What's the healthy assessment? Well, let's open it up. Let's say you're talking to somebody and yeah, they can, JT. That's a training for another day. Brand ambassadors can sign up other brand ambassadors only up to 3 levels. That's it. So they can sign up a brand ambassador. and they can earn 12% from another brand ambassador, and then they can earn 5% on the one below that, and that's it. Okay, so basically we're talking 3 brand ambassadors. Let me cancel out of this. Okay, so what is the healthy 4Life assessment? Let me get back out of this. Done. If I log out, let me just log out so you guys can see this. Okay, now I'm in Dave Daughtry's shop. The 4Life assessment, what is it? Well, this assessment, if you look at it right here, okay, this is what you would get, by the way. If I sent this to you, if I was in the sharing center and I click on that share icon and I send it to you on WhatsApp or text or email, whatever you get, and you open it, this is exactly what you will see. It came from Dave Daughtry. It's a 4Life assessment. You would scroll down and it says get started. All right. It even tells you what is a healthy 4Life assessment, what's it for. So if you want to read all about it, you can read all about what it's for. Okay. It's a questionnaire that provides product recommendations based on responses to genetic makeup, diet, and lifestyle. So if you're talking to someone and you want a great conversation about your products, tell them, hey, I started a new business and I want to share this assessment with you. Do you mind taking it just for fun? I'm doing some research, and this will basically tell you about your health and if there's any products that I have that could help you. Give it a try and send it to them. It's a great way to start by talking to somebody. You know, a lot of people are like, yeah, I'll do this assessment real quick. It takes you about maybe 3 minutes. So get started, click on get started. There you go. Gender, age, height, weight. Do you smoke? It's going to go through how much water you drink a day. How many servings do you eat of these food groups? Fruits, dairy, vegetables, whole grains, sugar. If you have an idea of how many servings of sugar. How many times a week do you eat the following? Red meat, fish. It goes through here. Take the assessment, all right? And when you're done, all right, you agree to it, it will recommend products for you. Which 4Life products does 4Life recommend you take? That way you don't have to play doctor, all right? Just tell them, take this. Now, if you know of a product, if somebody says, you know, I've got a history of heart disease, cardio. If they say, you know what, I've got a problem, you know, I'm pre-diabetic, Blue Coach. But maybe you don't know about Blue Coach. All right. You're just getting started. You don't know all the 4Life products. All right. Use the health assessment. Okay. So there you go. That's the health assessment. And you can send it again. All right. You can send it through the sharing center right here in the sharing center. Click on the icon. If I click on that icon, you can do message, text, email, WhatsApp, all kinds of ways to share it. Sign up. That's simple. You're going to sign someone up. Go ahead and send them the sign up. All right. Click on the right there. Again, you don't have here under sign up. You notice there's no icon right below there to send them. That's because there's different ways to doing a sign up. Click on the arrow on the right. Okay. You can do it from a favorites list. So let's say that you've got a favorites list prepared for Mary. Send her the favorites list and she'll be able to sign up right on it. You can send a link with no products attached. They're going to have to select their own products. All right. Or sign up on this device. That means you're taking control. You're either with them, you're sitting with them in the Nairobi office in Kenya, and they're going to give you their info and you're going to type it in on your phone, or you're on the telephone or on WhatsApp or on Zoom, and you're going to go ahead and fill it out for them. Okay, but if I click on get started where it says sign up on this device, it's just going to open up the sign up. Okay, see where it says country? Select the country they're in. Click on that. All right. Are you sure you want to change countries? We're in the US. Let's say you're in Kenya. Yeah, I want to change countries. I'm not in the United States. I'm in Kenya. Great. Click continue. Now, here's what's cool, you guys. You got the Americas, you got Oceania. Look at the very bottom. It says other. So if you're wondering, how do I sign somebody up in Kenya, South Africa, you know, other parts of the world? Click on other. When you click on other, there you go. Look at that list of every country in the world. All right, there you go. And you will find Kenya right there. Kenya. Now they're in Kenya. Enter in their first name, last name, cell phone, email. They got to create a password, okay? And you move to the next, all right? Well, they'll get an ID number. It costs $10 US to sign up. So there's a $10 fee, right, to get an ID number. If you think about it, Mike, you guys, that's insane. $10 to get an ID number and have access to get your own e-commerce website, your own cell phone app to build your business. FarLife does everything for you around the world when it comes to shipping, processing, 1,000 employees, offices, all for $10. It's insane. That's why I love this business, by the way. I don't have any expenses. My only expense is I get to use the products. I love it. It's like, come on. You know, when I talk to people, it's like, what don't you get? Anyhow, that's another training for another day. Let's go back. All right. So let me get back again. I'm getting a call from my insurance agent. Let me get rid of that. Hang on, you guys. Trying to get rid of that and it won't delete. Everybody, hang on 1 second here. I got to see what I got to do with this. 1 second. Hello. All right, hopefully you can all hear me. Sorry about you guys. My insurance agent is coming over to our house because we're getting new insurance. Anyhow, I am not sharing my screen. Let me share my screen and we'll finalize. We'll finish up here. Okay. Back to Zoom. Am I even open in Zoom? Maybe I'm not in Zoom. I need to join Zoom. Let me go back to my WhatsApp. Because I do want to show one thing in the sharing center real quick, the media library. I want everyone to see media library. Bear with me, you guys. 1 second here. Open up Zoom. J. Michael, you'll have to allow me to come in. No audio. I'm in. Stay co-host. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. Normally, I would not take a phone call during a training, but that one I needed to. Share screen. Okay. Are you guys getting something out of this today? Hopefully. Okay. Hopefully you can see my screen now. Can you see my screen? No, it doesn't look like it's shared. Let me try one more time. Share screen, start broadcast. 3, 2, 1. Now you should be able to see my screen. There we go. Okay, close, open up the app. Okay. Okay, remember we were here in the, let me go back, dashboard. We were in the sharing center and we went through here, healthy assessment, brand ambassador, my shop. You can share all those things, media library. That's the last one we're going to go through today. There's 2 ways to get to the media library. You can do it through the sharing center. Just click on that arrow on the right, or the other way is in your dashboard. I usually go to the dashboard, honestly, you know, and I click on sharing center right in the middle. See, I'm sorry, my bad. Media library. That's where I want to go. I can go through the sharing center, but it's one more click. I got to click on sharing center, then click on media library. If I am in my dashboard, I can just click on media library and go straight there. See it on the bottom? It's not quite on the very bottom, but it's that one right above the bottom on the right, media library. Click on that. That's going to open up a plethora. What's plethora? A lot of information for customers, affiliates. I don't know why it's taking longer than normal to load, but there it goes. It loads. You've got social media, business builder, consumer, and products. Let's say that you're talking to someone and they want to know about the business. Well, where would you go? Business Builder. Click on Business Builder. You've got everything from the convention coming up, vision, fast start, my shop information, loyalty program, rapid rewards, business builder bonus, compensation. If you click on compensation, 8 ways to earn. That's a video. So let's say someone says, well, how do you make money in your business? Tell you what, I'll go over each of these ways with you, but I'd rather you see this video first and then let me call you, because there's actually 8 ways, and then we can discuss it. Go to your sharing center, go to Business Builder, click on compensation, click on the video, and at the bottom it says share. Now you can watch the video yourself if you want. You can just click on the little play button and it'll play. If I click on the play, it's going to start playing. There's the video.
For Life offers 8 ways to earn, so you can be successful and start earning rewards quickly.
Okay, I paused it. So you can share it. You can even make it one of your favorites. All right. Look at the very bottom. You see at the bottom, you get a little heart in the gray. That will be your favorites. Let's make this one a favorite. Click on the heart next to share. It's now a favorite of mine. It will now appear where that gray heart is on the bottom. If I click on that, everything I've chosen as a favorite will appear down there. Click on share, and you can send it through WhatsApp, any way you want. They will get the link. They click on it. It doesn't matter if they're in Kenya. This stuff here, you guys, it doesn't matter where in the world they are. All right. Now, I understand not all 8 ways pertain to every country. So you might have to explain them a little bit, like, look, in Kenya, we do it this way or this way. However, like let's say the loyalty program. You don't have to register for loyalty in Kenya. Just do your 100 life points by the 20th of the month and you're qualified. You guys have it better in Kenya than around the world, where other markets, they have to register for loyalty, pick a day, have their credit card or bank account deducted that on that day. I guess there's a benefit to that because it's automatic. You don't have to call them up and say, hey, are you going to do your loyalty? Because it's done automatically. They have to unregister. All right. So, but you can share it by clicking the share. And again, I use quick share, by the way. All right. That's just what I do the most. Quick share. And I'll get to pick which way I want to share it. All right. There you go. So let's go back. Let me get back here. Okay. So again, we're in the compensation portion of the Business Builder. All right. One popular one for me that I like is Life Rewards Plan. Click on that. I'm going to make that a favorite. Okay. That's the entire pay plan, compensation plan, brochure. You can send someone that brochure. Let me go ahead and open it up real quick. There it is. It's 32 pages, you guys. It goes through everything on the compensation plan. All right. All the levels, how you qualify all the way to platinum, the percentages. Now, if you're a networker and you know this business, sure, you want to look at all this. If you're not, it can be overwhelming. All right. I've had people say, well, okay, how do I get to platinum? You know what? Let's get you to diamond first. Okay. We'll worry about platinum in a couple of years. For Life pays 64%, a lot of money. Okay. When you become a platinum, you'll be making more money than you can even think of. Okay. Let's start by getting you $500 and $1,000. Let's go there. Okay. But anyhow, this is your brochure. Okay. And you can download this stuff even in your own cell phone if you want. All right. So that little clock on down the bottom on the right, I'm not even sure what that is. Oh, I guess that shows what you have sent to people. We'll get into that on a different day. All right. So there's some of my favorites right there. I clicked on the heart. So again, you guys, real quick, media, click on the 3 lines, dashboard, media library down there. Click on that. Consumer, if you want. That's me all about products. All right. Or about consumer information. I'm sorry. Just consumer information. All right. If you click on it, media library, products, very one on the bottom, the very bottom one. Click on that. There's all your products. Somebody says, hey, look, I'm a guy. I don't talk about this a lot, but I got prostate problems. MailPro. Click on MailPro. I'm going to send you something that will help you. I guarantee it. All right, guaranteed to help you. Open up MillPro. There's a video and there is a product profile. Click on the video if you want, share that, or click on the product profile and share that. I would share both. All right. They now will get that information. You can even create a favorites link in your shop and say, you know what? I'll send you the profile. I'm going to send you the product. You can make the purchase. All from your cell phone, you guys. Yeah, let me get out of this here. Okay, stop sharing. So hopefully, we've been on 90 minutes, and I probably shouldn't have gotten into the whole when we started off today about purpose, but you got to do this with purpose too. You can tell how passionate I am about it. So hopefully you guys have gotten some good information on how to use the app. We'll get into, the app part 2 as well, because I want to show you how to use the app as a CRM, customer relationship manager. You import all your contacts in the app, and now you can swipe your contact, all right, up, down, right, left, customer, distributor, not interested, follow up, and you get back to your people. Use it as a CRM. So with that, hopefully you guys have gotten some good information. Are there any questions before I pass it to Gabby to leave a final message and we'll close? Any questions by anybody? Let me look in the chat. I don't see chat. Where's the chat? There it is. All right, Vilma, thank you for the comment. Plethora. Okay, I don't see any other. Can I get contacted by any distributors in Kenya? All right, we got Paulo here. Paulo, who invited you? This isn't Paulo Navarro, is it? Where's Paulo? Paulo's phone. Paulo, I'm unmuting you. Paulo, can you hear me? Or do you just want to put in the chat there? You have to contact the person who invited you to this, Paulo. Can you hear me? Paulo? You unmuted. I can hear something. Can you hear me, Paulo? Hello, Paulo. Okay. Anyhow, reach out to the person that invited you and they can help you better, okay?
So I was interacting with Paolo. I provided my WhatsApp contact info. Hopefully he'll be able to contact me. I was chatting with him. So he should have the information he was requesting.
Okay, great. All right, this is all about together building people. All right, helping everybody. So thank you, JT. I appreciate that. So with that, I'm going to pass it to Gabby to finish up, sweetie.
Good morning, everybody, or good evening, depending on where you are. I just wanted to make an announcement for tonight's call. It's actually tonight, it's called Real Talk, not Girl Talk. And we're going to have a financial serenity. It's with our guest, it's going to be Ben Berry. He is going to be our guest speaker. He's founder of BB Financial Services. So basically, this talk is going to hit on how to get paid every day for the rest of your life. So if you want to tune in for that opportunity call or this Real Talk, tonight it's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So base this call on that. And today is March 4th. So we're almost a month till convention. Gosh, give me a reaction heart if you're attending convention. Okay, great. I see a couple hearts come up from what I can see. Probably more here. Dave and I are looking forward to seeing you again. It's an international convention. So you're going to meet a lot of people from all over the world and make new friends, take pictures. We're going to have 2 parties, one opening and one closing. So please dress up. It's so much fun. They're going to have most of the time they have a DJ. I'm not sure if they're going to have a live band this year. But whatever it is, it's just fun. Just make sure you take a lot of pictures. I always come home thinking I could have taken more. I could have taken more. And only because I love you guys, or we love you guys. Dave takes pictures probably twice as much as I do. Because I don't see the pictures that other people take. I only see the pictures I take. But don't forget, at convention, when you get there, do stock up on some water, like go to Target. Well, Target's like a department store here, like a grocery store. And just go buy yourself a case of water, because it is water at convention. Like if you go outside of the event doors, it's like $3 a bottle. So if you can just get your hands on a case of bottled water, that'd be probably a good way to buy more water and snacks. Also, I want to encourage all of you that have a corporate office to sign up if you have the app and can use it. I'm not sure about our friends in Africa, but I encourage you to add your Foundation for Life donation on your loyalty program. So easy. You can click anywhere from $1 to $50 if you want to contribute for that month. Or like me, I just round off our donations from $10 to $20 per our household. Like it could be Dave, it could be my position, it could be Diana's position, whatever position they want to add $10 flat fee, and you can give that on a monthly basis, like your loyalty. And if you want to change it to more, you can. But together we can change the world for somebody around the world. 100% of your $10 donation, if that's what you choose to give, goes directly to the foundation, and it helps build parks, homes, schools, materials for school, like school supplies. We've assembled actually blankets at convention, bikes. We've packed backpacks, first aid kits, and of course our fortified food program for those people that are in need around the world. So with that, we love you. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you at our next Zoom. Claudia or J. Michael, back to you.
Hi, guys. Great day today. Did go long, but I appreciate all of you that stuck around and listened, and hope you learned something today. We had a few people, this was their first meeting. I know Tricia had one of her new partners that joined. Persis was on today. So we had a couple first timers today. So we're here every Monday, same time, Mentor Monday, but also you can go to uplinepro.com, which is Dave Daughtry's personal website. Click on the calendar and you can see all the meetings throughout the whole week, both in English, Portuguese, Spanish. Go to English and you'll see all the meetings that we were talking or
And
happening.
don't forget Thursday morning,
Yes.
8 p.m. Kenya time. That's our opportunity meeting. All right. I'll be there on that meeting with you guys. Tricia, thank you for last week. You did an awesome job. Great. I love it when we have multiple presenters. But I'll be on Thursday to go over the opportunity. All right. So if you were here today for the first time, you might be thinking, well, that's great, the app and all that. What is this all about? Well, Thursday, we get more into the first exposure part, where someone's brand new. We'll talk about the company, product, and how to make money. All right, Thursday.
Thanks, Dave. Well, thanks, everyone. We'll see you next. Have a great month of March. Finish out the quarter hard, quick, and have fun. We'll see everybody in Salt Lake, I hope. Many of you will see in Salt Lake in a month from now. So God bless everyone. Have a great week, and ciao.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you, J. Michael. Thank you.